I want a hooded spotted puppy coat.
Hooded spotted puppy coat.
Hooded spotted poopy coat.
102 Dalmatians, today at 5 to 4 on BBC1.
As a one-off Christmas treat, the celebs are getting their skates on. Carol. David. Scarlett. Roland. Jessica. And Marcus. Who'll be the hottest on ice? Strictly Ice Dancing. Boxing Day, 6:30, BBC1.
You have two choices. Run or fight.
Sean Bean. Kate Winslet.
Should we ask them if they want to play?
I think they're busy.
Helen Mirren.
We're here to get food. I'll make friends with it.
And Robbie Coltrane, star in Pride.
Go and find a crocodile to play with.
A story about a family for all the family. Monday at 6:35 on BBC1.
Christmas EastEnders on BBC1.
Top of the Pops in 10 minutes on BBC1 after the Christmas Day news with Darren Jordan.
Good afternoon. A day before the Ukrainian election is rerun, a court has ruled that some recent changes to the way people vote are unconstitutional. It said restrictions on voting from home, which were introduced to tackle the fraud which marred November's election, must be dropped. From the capital, Kiev, Emma-Jane Kirby reports.
Just 24 hours to go before the vote and a new twist to the story. The Ukrainian people wake up to the news that recent changes made to their electoral law were illegal. Early this morning, the Constitutional Court overruled a law which limited home voting to only the severely disabled. The judge said that discriminated against other sick people and gave election officials just 12 hours to fix it. Voting from home was identified as one of the main sources of cheating in the last election, prompting tens of thousands of protesters to take to the Kiev streets until the law was changed. 1,000 of them still remain in Tent City. Today's ruling is a minor victory for Viktor Yanukovych. He challenged the changes in court, claiming they were designed to stop him winning. An official day off from campaigning before Sunday's vote. The holiday mood prevails, but the pressure's on. It may be deserted now, but come Sunday at 8 o'clock when the polls shut, this square will be flooded with thousands of people. Both candidates have appealed that all demonstrations must be peaceful. Emma-Jane Kirby, BBC News, Kiev.
The favourite to win the Palestinian presidential election on January the 9th has launched his campaign by demanding an end to the occupation of the Palestinian territories. Mahmoud Abbas said Israel must end its occupation of the West Bank, Gaza Strip and East Jerusalem. He also called on the Israelis to release all Palestinian prisoners. The Queen has sent a special Christmas message to British troops on active service around the world. She told them she was proud of their courage and commitment. The radio message is the first of its kind during the Queen's 52-year reign. Our royal correspondent Nicholas Witchell reports.
For the Queen and the rest of the royal family, a traditional Christmas day with a visit to Sandringham Parish Church for morning service. British troops in Iraq have also been attending Christmas services at their base in Basra, and the members of all Britain's armed forces who were abroad this Christmas have heard a special radio broadcast of thanks by the Queen.
It has been a very demanding year. I am proud of the way you have risen to the challenges with typical professionalism. The varied tasks you take on in all parts of the world may be changing, but what remains the same is the spirit, good humour, courage and commitment you show every day, often in the most arduous conditions.
Quite why the Queen felt it was necessary this year to send a special Christmas message to the armed forces is not something Buckingham Palace will go into. But after another difficult year for troops in Iraq, and with the government pushing through controversial plans to amalgamate a number of regiments, the Queen evidently felt it was right to remind the armed forces how much they're appreciated. Her Christmas message to the Commonwealth, the theme of which this year is tolerance and respect for others, will be broadcast on radio and television at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Nicholas Witchell, BBC News.
Pope John Paul II has delivered his annual Christmas address in St. Peter's Square in Rome. The Pope, who's 84, said he was following the situation in Iraq with concern and that people were yearning for peace everywhere around the globe. And the Archbishop of Canterbury, Dr. Rowan Williams, has accused some rich countries of being indifferent to world poverty. He told the congregation at Canterbury Cathedral that if wealthy nations wanted to achieve security, they may have to make sacrifices to share justice and liberty with the poor. A European space probe has been launched from its NASA mothership on a mission to Saturn's moon, Titan. Scientists are keen to explore Titan as it's the only moon in the solar system known to have an atmosphere.
This truly is a mission where no spacecraft has gone before. An orbiter called Cassini is studying Saturn and its magnificent rings. But now it's released a probe on a 3-week voyage to explore the planet's largest moon, Titan. Celebrations at Mission Control. Everything so far has gone to plan and the scientists are delighted.
This was one of the break points. We've got over this hurdle, and now the next thing will be the descent into Titan's atmosphere.
The cone-shaped probe cost £300 million. A tough heat shield protects the delicate instruments inside. They'll be studying the chemicals in Titan's atmosphere, thought to resemble those on primitive Earth.
In a very real sense, by going to Titan, we're going back in time to our own history 4 billion years ago.
In 3 weeks' time, the craft will begin its fiery descent to the surface. Parachutes will break its fall as it plunges through the haze. It could drop down into oily seas. The probe will then send data back via its mothership before its batteries run out. Christine McGurty, BBC News.
Well, that's it for now. There are news bulletins every hour on BBC News 24. I'll be back with more from the newsroom at 5:30 here on BBC One. Bye for now.
Hello there. For all of us, it's been a bitterly cold Christmas day, but for some of us, it's been a real white Christmas, especially in parts of the north and the west. And here's just a selection of places that have seen the snow today. Avonmore and Aberdeen in the north, right down to Exeter in the southwest. And these were the blizzard conditions we saw across Aberdeen earlier today. So there is a downside to this snow, and we're going to see it through the rest of today in the way of atrocious travelling conditions. Heavy falls of snow accompanied by ice and high winds, especially over the higher ground of northern and western Scotland, Northern Ireland, West England, the North Midlands and also Wales. But for parts of central and eastern England, south east Scotland, through the rest of today, it looks as though it's going to be mainly dry and bright here with some winter sunshine. So very few places here are going to see a white Christmas. And through this evening, we're going to see very severe conditions down through parts of western Scotland and Northern Ireland. Gales coming in from the north with further sleet and snow, giving us blizzards over the hills and mountains, also fringing parts of western Wales and down in towards the southwest of England. And we could see a spell of sleet and snow push across Wales, the Midlands, in towards southeast England by the end of the night, with the sleet and snow further west and north turning readily to rain by dawn. So elsewhere where it's clearer, we'll have a frost and local ice, slippery conditions on roads and pavements by morning. For Boxing Day itself, still on the cold side, at least a little wintry sunshine for many of us, just a little bit of sleet and snow down the east and the far west. Bye for now.
Here are the headlines.
Today, I know what I want to hear. I don't want any news or any information. Today I'm looking for the sort of song that's gonna take me back.
Every day, thousands of people wake up with different moods. Every day, the BBC's digital radio stations provide something to suit each one of them. What do you feel like hearing?
It's a magical lineup on BBC One tonight.
Well, Mr. Daniel Cleaver,
Can you speak a little bit more quickly, please?
I'm concentrating on my English vowel sounds.
You must understand how comedy works.
He didn't marry the goat instead, did he? Quite hard to tell them apart.
Tonight from 5:35 on BBC One.
She's hot.
There's no rest for the wicked.
She rocks.
Are you ready for this?
She's a woman in control.
Time to save the universe again, then, is it? Absolutely.
Unlocking an ancient secret. Turn on Lara Croft. Stop! Angelina Jolie stars in Tomb Raider, Monday at 8:30 on BBC One.
A white Christmas is guaranteed with Bing Crosby in 10 minutes on BBC Two. Here on BBC One, the hits keep coming.
So we're with you for the next hour, and we've got some of the biggest tunes of the year so far.
I hope you are all having a lovely Christmas. I've got lots of lovely presents. I've got some great ones, but I'm still expecting one present from you, Mr. Yates. Where is it and what is it, eh?
Well, you see, what happened was, I wrapped it, and it wouldn't fit in the post box. And basically, the postman advised me that I shouldn't.
Whatever. Well, I've actually got your present all sorted. I think you're really going to like it. It's your favourite lady. She's about to embark on her greatest hits tour. And right now, she's performing a medley of all her classic tunes. It's the